Hello and welcome back to The Plot. So I usually speak to you from outside, but today I'm talking to you from the kitchen in the van. And for anyone who's not been with me on this journey, for the last few years I've lived in a van while we've been travelling full time. And sincerely, one of my favourite things to do in the van is cook. So today I'm going to be sharing something a little bit different with you, and it's actually something I've been wanting to kick off for a really long time now, which is the creation of my ginger bug. So if you're not sure what a ginger bug is, I'm going to describe it as a sourdough starter for carbonated drinks. You can use it to make things like lemonade or ginger beer. Basically, it's got very few ingredients, it can be completely natural, and it's a really gut-friendly way to do this. So I am very excited to get it started. I'm gonna clean out the jar that I'm gonna use to store it in, give that a little sterilise, and then we can get to work. So it's my understanding that it's actually the skin of the ginger that contains the yeasts needed to make the ginger bug work. So you want to wash your ginger, but you don't want to take the skin off like you would to cook with it. And what I'm going to do is just really finely chop it. I'm going to chop all of my ginger now because I'll be feeding the ginger bug this week. About a tablespoon at a time, so I might not do all of it, but I want to do a few tablespoons worth, and then I'll just store it in the fridge. Oh, I love the smell of ginger. Okay, let's do one more. So now I've got my sterilised jar, and I am no expert on sterilisation, so if you want to learn about that, I would suggest watching someone else's video. But what I do is I fill the jar with boiling water and separate the parts off, so I take the rubber away for sterilisation. And then once this is filled with water, put that in a pan on the hob, which is also filled with water, and bring that to the boil. Once it's boiling, keep it there for around 10 minutes. Now you really don't want to do that if there's anything wrong at all with your jar. If there's any cracks or dents or anything that just looks visually wrong, your jar is probably going to split and smash when you're bringing it up to the boil. But as long as it's a good jar like this, you really shouldn't have any issues, I don't think. But again, not an expert, not taking responsibility if you are not doing it properly, because I don't even know if I'm doing it properly. So what I'm going to do now is put some water in here. I've seen different advice on different ginger bug recipes, so I'm just going to kind of measure with my heart and see what feels right. This is one, oh my god, that is all over the side. Cam is going to kill me when he sees this. Let's do a little bit of water to make up for the water I just spilled everywhere. That is 250 mils of water, or 1 cup. We do tend to actually use cup measurements quite a lot in the van, just because it's easier than scales when we're travelling. I don't love myself for that, but honestly, it's been fine so far. So that's around 250 millilitres of water, and we're going to do a tablespoon of ginger and a tablespoon of sugar. Equal parts ginger and sugar. That's the one thing that is consistently mentioned. Now, to make this as good for your gut as possible, I think it's best if you can use everything organic. So organic sugar, organic ginger, just trying to prioritize things which we know are from good sources. Let's give this a nice stir. And now that bit is done, we're at the point where we leave it. So I've got one of these from my, when I was making loads of sourdough. So I'm going to, 1 second, let me just make sure this is clean. Yes, that's definitely been cleaned. So I'm just gonna pop this over the top. It's a little bit bigger than my sourdough jar, but it does fit. And I'm just gonna leave this on the side for a day until tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, we will feed it again.